Manga haul time. What's up, everybody? My name is Bryce, aka Dubs.subs, and in today's video, we are going to be going over all the manga that I have purchased for March 2020. And I got a little bit more than what I thought I was gonna get, especially since all the stuff that's been going on, Right Stuf reducing their staff and all this other things. One of the volumes I actually, or a lot of these, one order, which was probably the biggest one I had of the month, pretty much all the stuff came in. Like, it shipped on the 13th, but it took so long to get here, I almost didn't think I was going to have time to be able to get it in, and maybe I was going to have a very, very reduced haul, but I'm okay with what I got. I got a decent amount of stuff. Definitely less than what I usually get, and again, I keep saying this, hopefully slower and slower. Up until probably about July is when my manga hauls are going to stop. I have stuff coming in until then. And then the month of July and beyond, I don't have anything ordered. Because then hopefully I'll be able to catch up on all my stuff. Really pick out the series that I really want to enjoy. But let's celebrate all the manga I bought. We're going to start off with the Yen Press and 7 Seas right now. First up, we have a series that is absolutely one of my favorite series. Dimension W by Yuji Iwahara. One of the best series I've ever read, to be honest. It is so good. I love sci-fi stuff, and this takes my sci-fi itch to another level. It is honestly in my top 10 manga of all time. It's so underrated in my opinion. I love his works. I've read all of his works from Chiya Miyazaki, I think that's how you say it, I could be wrong, Cat Paradise, and I believe those are the only other two that he has, in English at least. Absolutely fantastic series. Check it out if you do. Super underrated. One of the best sci-fi mangas I've read. That's the last volume. There are going to be 16 in total like that, but yes, we're going to move on to next up, Gigant. Now, as I've said in another time, I didn't really fall in love with Gant. I plan to give it another honest try, just because how good this is, how much Zach and Flip praise it. But yeah, this series itself, Zach said to give it, 3 volumes, I believe is what he said, was the kind of a gateway to get into it. But to be honest, by the end of volume 1, I'm pretty hooked. I like the art style. I like the characters. I'm excited to see where this goes. There's a lot of potential, mainly with the last half of like what gets thrown in there. Oh, yeah, you guys are asking what's up with my head. I'm just basically dressed up as every ramen shop every anime ramen shop worker there is, because why not? I'm slowly going insane as I'm getting held inside here. And I'm sorry, like, the light fluctuates a little bit, because obviously I have to work with natural light, so hopefully it stays bright. I turned up a little bit, and hopefully it doesn't get too dark. But anyway, we're going to continue on with Volume 8 right here of Laid Back Camp. I also have Volume 9. Both these came at the same time, which is a little bit weird because Volume 8 came out way before, but then again, that's Right Stuf thing where they sometimes just don't ship stuff until whenever, because I don't know. But it's absolutely fantastic series, one of the best slice of life series out there. Such a good experience, just about a bunch of high school girls starting a camping club and then just going out camping, learning about camping. It actually really makes me want to go camping. I have already convinced my friends to go camping, which I'm so happy to finally do. Just to go out in the outdoors, maybe just because like the city folk in me, that city folk just wants to get away from technology for a little bit and enjoy nature as it as it is. But anyway, next up we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 2. This is pretty good. I'm still really like this. The art's pretty cool. Sometimes the backgrounds are a bit plain and the battles can get a little jumbled, but overall I think it's actually a very good series. I really like where it's going. I like the Nene and what's his name? Nene and Yansho and Hanako. I don't know why I forgot the character's name of Hanako when it says name, but anyway, Hanako-kun and Nene, I really like their interaction. I really like the things they're forming. The side character of the monk is also pretty cool. Excited to see where it goes. People say it gets really dark. I don't know if it starts in here, but in my mind, things like are dark are things like Vinland Saga, Blade of the Immortal, Dead Man Wonderland. There's probably a couple back here I could probably look. Let me see. Golden Kamuy. Yeah, for the most part, stuff like that. More, I guess, darker for me. It takes I don't know if they mean by it's going to take a serious tone. It's going to get really messed up. It was a little bit dark, I guess, with like the murder concept that was going through this one with like people almost like getting their head chopped off in a certain way. But solid series. Definitely going to keep reading it. But anyway, next up we have Penguin Jump. And I'm probably going to drop this series. It wasn't that good. I would continue with the anime if I want to check it out. Seems like the superior form. I'm going to try that just to see. Because overall, it was just okay. I couldn't even finish that volume, to be honest. And it just wasn't, it was one for me. Hopefully, if I check it out, I'll do anime. I'm not going to keep wasting my money on it. But anyway, next up for the last of the 7th season Yen Press, we have The Blank Canvas, My So-Called Artist's Journey by Akihiko Higashimura. This is a fantastic series. Well, obviously really underrated for me. Another series I think is absolutely golden. If you like is an autobiographical series about Akihito just becoming who she is, how she became a manga artist, just her start, and it's super interesting. It's one of the most engaging stories I've seen in a while. I really like I said, Volume 2 is my favorite. It's when it gets a little bit darker, but I think it's one of the best, most discussional series, or part of the series, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really enjoy that part of it, but overall the series as a whole is absolutely fantastic, from the art to the characters to the story. That learning about how she started is just so cool. Absolutely recommend. But anyway, let's get on to our next stuff. All right, next up we have the Kodansha and the vertical section of this. So we're going to start off with Witch Hat Atelier right here. An absolutely fantastic series. The art is really good. I do very much enjoy this series. I don't think it's going to really stand the test of time. It's going to seem like something that's more of a cult classic. Definitely underrated. I think it's really good, and more people should check it out. It's got a little bit of a Disney-esque kind of vibe to it with all the magic to these characters, but it also takes a more serious tone at times than Disney movies do. But anyway, next up we have volumes 2, 3, and 4 of My Boy. Now, this is a story about a 30-year-old girl who one day, or an office worker, not married, has really not a huge positive outlook on life, really just kind of going through her days, wasting it away, and she one day comes home to see this kid in the cover right here playing in the park, and she kind of gauges like, what are you doing? The kind of a weird family circus thing, and she begins to find out like some weird family stuff and how her dad really doesn't care if he's out there or anything like that. But it goes into this, and then she sees on the news how there's pedophiles and like a rising increase in them on TV, and then she goes out to get beer for like late at night, and then she's still there, and she sees that the kid Masu has been approached by an actual pedophile. She ends up stepping in, doing it, and like stopping the event. So the story progresses from there, where they slowly create this bond, where she kind of doesn't really take a motherhood role to it, but almost is like, she's just an outsider who's a little bit too nosy and kind of lives her life a little bit through Masu. Kind of just wants the best for him. It's a very good story. It didn't take a bunny drop aspect like I thought it would, but it also kind of seems like it's going to take a bunny drop aspect like I think it will. I don't know. Hopefully not. I don't know what's exactly going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. But anyway, we're going to go next up into Golden Sheep, which is the back of the cover, but this is the last volume of Golden Sheep. It's going to be 3 volumes long. I really liked volume 1 and 2. Volume 1 was better. Volume 2 slowed down a little bit. Wasn't as good, but I'm going to wait till I finish this to see exactly how I overall enjoy it. But also, can I talk about this cover? I first off, the cover itself with like all the people, all the like the 4 main characters on here like are really nice. I really like that. But the cover itself, it's like that matte finish, and that's always my favorite. I love matte finished stuff instead of like the laminated stuff like the next series right here. But anyway, next up we're gonna get into Bakemonogatari. This series, I'm liking it. This is the manga with Ogreat doing the art. It's pretty good. I really do enjoy it, and I'm glad I get to finally check out the Bakemonogatari series. I might end up going to the anime if that doesn't like, if they don't continue the spin-offs or something like that. But overall, good series. I'm excited to check out more of it. Gets a little bit confusing at times with how just much like, I don't know, some of those explanations and stuff get a little bit weird, and all the character connections. It's a very good mystery. I'm excited to see where it goes and unravel. I'm definitely still invested in it. But next up we have Yuzu the Pet Vet. I really only picked this up because I wanted something lighthearted that really didn't take too much to invest into it. It seems like it's going to be very fluffy and just a very good, relaxing time, which is something I really wanted to get, especially in a time like this when things are getting very serious and a little bit dark. But I'm excited to see where this is going to go. Nippon Columbia Company Ltd. I don't know what that means. Let me move my hand. I don't really know what that's for, but I have never seen, I didn't even notice that. I don't know what that means, if it's like with a TV company or something. But anyway, last up, my favorite manga series of all time has finally come out, and that is Noragami Volume 21. Absolutely fantastic. Adachi Toka is one of the best mangakas, in my opinion. If you guys, her art itself is so good, and if you want to check out a series, that would probably go on half. First off, check out Noragami if you can check out an Adachi Toka series. But if you don't want to check out Noragami for some whatever reason, check out Alive: The Final Evolution. Also a fantastic series, a really good series. It's digital only. It's so good. Adachi Toka only does the art for that. There's another person who does the writing, and that's the only story he did. He did that and passed away. But this series is so fucking good. Read Noragami. I swear, if you guys are sleeping on Noragami, what is wrong with you? From the art, characters, to the story, everything about this is so top tier. They make you care about these characters. You care about where they're gonna go. You want Yato to succeed. You want the best for Hiyori. You want the best for Yuken. Even the Stray, which if you know, you know. Especially if you read the Kakura and you see what's going on. Oh my god, there's so much going on in this story that I just so invested and it's so good. One of the first series I ever bought. I'm so happy I bought it. It is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Check it out if you get the chance. But anyway, we're going to hop on to our last section right here, and that is our Viz and Dark Horse. Before we get into the last section real quick, you guys might notice that I have a little bit of a patchy beard right now. I'm growing it out. Flip keep joking about not shaving until this whole thing blows over and like you go back to work and jokingly, and then like I don't know, last night I was like, fuck it, I don't want to shave right now, so I'm just gonna do the challenge and I'm just not gonna shave. Let's see where this beard goes, if I can actually grow one. It usually gets pretty patchy. You'll probably can see the spots where it gets like really patchy, but hopefully it works out. I'm excited. Not really excited. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm really working in for that ramen shop worker right now. Pretty soon I'm gonna hate everybody and just make really good ramen and just be really mean to everybody. But you can come to my restaurant anyway. Anyway, let's start with the Viz and Dark Horse. So we're gonna start off with 20th Century Boys right here, Volume 7. Naoki Urasawa, probably gonna be my favorite series by him. I haven't read Monster, but I do prefer sci-fi over thriller. So I hope this is good. I mean, I know it's good. Volume 1 hooked me completely. I'm just waiting for the entire series to come out so I can read it. I'm so excited to check that out at a certain point. I cannot wait. I actually really do like the Perfect Editions. I think they are pretty nice of volumes, from the covers to like the page quality. Especially for an omnibus, could be a lot worse. But I do enjoy it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And next up, we have another sci-fi, and that is No Guns Life. I really picked this up so I could kind of fill in the void that Dimension W is leaving now that it's going to end. And I don't think it's as good as Dimension W, but I do think it is a good series overall. Definitely like a 7, 6.5 in my opinion. Really do enjoy No Guns Life. I'm excited to see where it goes. It's got its own story. Definitely kind of gives like that old school like 50 detective vibe, or like the back in the mob times kind of a vibe to it, but in the future. Overall, really good. I really enjoy it. But next up, we're going to get into Beasters. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best series in there. Covers so many things, from segregation to how you should act in society, how people look at other people in society based on what they do, how they are. There's so many different things that she covers in this series, and I love it so much. Paro Itagaki is a fantastic mangaka. I really am invested in this story, and I think most people are. And if you can get over the fact that they're anthropomorphic animals, you will absolutely enjoy this series. It's probably the biggest hurdle you can get over in that series, is that it's actually animals, but it's so good and it's executed so well. But we're going to get on to our second to last series, and that is Lavius EST Volume 3. This is on my chopping block. Sadly, I think the art is great, but the story is not as strong as it was in Lavius, in my opinion. I enjoyed Lavius way more. This series keeps the art up. This is going to be my make it or break it. If I enjoy that, I will continue to read it, but hopefully I want it to get better. I just don't know if I can keep wasting my money on something that really isn't that good, besides how great the art is. It's okay. It's just, I'm really disappointed. I really wanted to be better than what it was. I had such high hopes after Lavius, and this just didn't reach it. I hope that it kind of picks back up. I love the art. I still think the art is absolutely fantastic. He's one of the best mangaka like artists I've ever seen. So he might be better actually if he pairs up with somebody else and just stays as a artist. But I don't know. Lavius didn't hit as hard. Lavius EST didn't hit as hard as Lavius. So I hope it picks back up. I really want it to like that series, but I don't know if it will. So guys, it is time for the last manga that I have. This series is absolutely fantastic. It is my favorite read of the month. It has my top tier #1 favorite thing that I've read for this month. It is so fantastic. It is the one, the only Berserk. I can't. We're finally getting into the climax of the Golden Age arc for me, I think so we are. We're getting to the Eclipse section, so if you know, you know. Absolutely fantastic. Guts, Casca, Griffin, all the other side characters. I'm so invested in this series. There's a reason people argue that this is the best series of all time. It is so good. It is so much stuff going on in it. It pulls you in. And from the action to the art to the characters, it is fantastic on a completely another level. And I'm so happy that I get to read this for the first time. It is something that blew me away. I kind of thought it was overhyped. I was like, oh, sure, I bet it's great. It probably is good, but I don't know if it's that good. But I swear to God, it's that good. Check it out if you haven't, if you're okay with darker kind of stuff, because it gets fucked up. From what I hear and from what I've seen, it gets messed up, guys. Like, some stuff goes really haywire. It's pretty dark, but it's absolutely one of the best well-written art, characters. Everything about it is just well-rounded and written, and just so much time seems dedicated to it. It sucks that now Kentaro Miura is kind of fucking off with the series, and it's just like, who really cares about it anymore? Now, I don't know if he's really doing that, but he's just kind of not going back to it, and it seems like it will never ever get a conclusion, which is pretty sad. I'm disappointed about that, but I'm excited. I'm definitely enjoying where this is going so far. Absolutely a fantastic read. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this series or this video. Tell me if you guys want to see anything down below. Tell me books, video ideas, whatever you want to say. Just say hi if you really want to. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in another video.